Hello guys, it's Hannah and Lucy in my cosplay name, and I want to tell you guys the truth of myself. So I have mild autism, which is the mild version of autistic spectrum disorder. If you know what that means, it's disorder which can be have loss of previously acquired speech or social skills, and also eye contact. That's why there are times that I don't look at the person when I talk, especially when I have boy issues before last 2019. I won't name drop it so that it won't be that heavy. So every time I eat with boys, there are times I feel comfortable because of the trauma, which is really normal because it really takes time to recover, especially as a mild autistic person. But it doesn't mean that they are not talented. The people who have disorders can really achieve more goals. There are some people who are successful in talents, books, and also other things. So let's check who success. Like Albert Einstein, he had autism, but he became a scientist and mathematician. Also, Tim Burton, who became a successful movie director. So, autistic spectrum disorder doesn't ruin the characteristics who we are because we can be talent in every way. Even though I am not a professional cosplayer, I enjoy what I'm doing in making YouTube videos and doing my unique makeup skills. Even though there are times I kind of lose eye contact and other people. I know many people have disorders also, but we should be all glad that we were able to make it in life, especially I'm graduating in college. That's why I became active in YouTube again. And also, when I was in grade school, people used to bully me a lot, even though I'm not perfect, because I was actually protecting my childhood best friend. And a real friend should defend each other, right? Also, regarding family, I want to thank them for raising me well, especially my mom take time for me to find a sped teacher when I was a grade school student to teach me responsibilities in speech, because usually in autism you will have problems with communication, but thanks to the sped teachers who raise us, even though they are strict, it really helps us transform ourselves in life. I am really happy here, even though I still have the trauma from 2019. That's why when I eat with boys, I mean younger boys, I feel uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that I don't like them. It's just that I'm still recovering from the trauma. So currently I have space and I'm eating it in my room so that I can have space and time for myself to reflect and to rest after academics. But I am glad that I was able to survive talking to boys when they are older already. Especially, I'm happy that my teachers really raised me well in school. Even though there are times that they're strict, but strict brings discipline for us to take responsibilities in the future. Like grade 7, I was bullied also, but I became friends with the bullies. Do you know why? Because change always happens. And I am glad that I'm part of the community in church wherein I socialize with different genders even though I still have my boundaries. But it doesn't mean that I don't like male people. I just currently recovering from the trauma. I know that I have an older brother. Even though there are times I feel uncomfortable around him because of that dizziness and the trauma, I still appreciate that I have an older brother. Even though we're getting closer little by little. This is really gonna be a long video since I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. So, when I was a baby, my mom thought that I was really a normal person until I acted strangely when I was 1 year old. Then they brought me to the psychologist and she told my parents and I that I have Mild-Autism. I actually didn't know this until I grew older. But at first I was shocked because I thought normal people have tantrums, but it seems way different than regular people. Then as I grew older, I noticed that I don't have good eye contact. That's why when I talk to people, I mostly look down as if I was a shy person. Speaking about shyness, I'm actually ambivert, means half introvert and half extrovert. As long as I don't involve eye contact, I can talk normally. And usually the typical Asian parents get mad to the children, but we can always prove ourselves that we can always do it in front of them. We stay confident thanks to the Lord and to the friends and family who supported us. I know that there are times they get mad, but getting mad will make us change to become more disciplined. Like now, currently, I'm fixing my health because I have been lacking sleep ever since school, and I heard that affected mental disorder. So as I had a lot of sped teachers in grade school, I started to learn how to talk normally, to fix my things, to clean up the mess, and also gain friends. Because when I was little, I don't have much friends. Even though I have a best friend, but even though it's not many or few, they are still within me. Even though as we grow older, we change and we went to different lives. Because I am glad that I really have a best friend who really supported me by my side. I have two best friends who are super close to me ever since high school, and I'm really glad that they raised me up to transform each other. And actually, I want to thank one of my best friend who brought me into Genshin Impact and to cosplay. Even though my mild autism has been gone, but the trauma is still there, the 2019 trauma. If you don't know it yet, you could see it in the Dailypedia about me to find out why I have become like this now. Even though I struggle with boys, I mean the younger boys, I was able to have communication with them through text, even though it's not real life communication, because I still feel that uncomfortable around them. But when it comes to interacting in story and social media, I was able to talk to them. Like, there are times I take selfie with my brother, my cosplay friends who are boys also. But I'm trying to move on to the future we have bright ahead. And I appreciate you guys are still here with me even though I don't post videos that often in YouTube, since I'm resting for my health and also trying something out new, like watching K-dramas, listening to K-pop, and also watching anime. As I hear in Dorman Studio, this autism is not a disorder, but wait, I kind of forgot the quote. I'll search it in the internet. It says, autism is not a disability, it's just a different ability. Because there are times that autism people can be very smart too, unless they're responsible like normal people, especially in school. Not to not to brag, but to inspire other people. I'm actually a dean's lister ever since my first year college, and I have 2 years in course in college, which I'll graduate around July 30. I'm really excited because it's a way of finishing studies. And even though I'll miss my classmates and teachers, we could still interact with each other through online and can do reunions and hangouts. Even though I was a dean's sister, I was happy that I was able to change myself from being a non-communicative and very introvert person into an ambivert person and a dean's sister. As I reflect upon myself, I could see how much I changed thanks to my family, friends, parents, and my teachers who raised me up well ever since I started school and have tutors in the past. But now I was able to manage on my own That's why management is really important when you do something that is really important, especially in academics. So, for those people who are going through a lot of struggles, especially harassments, abuse, or mental illness, you can always transform yourselves by praying to the Lord and asking for medical help through your parents and through older people. Because me, I was able to seek help from my PL or pastoral leader in the church community because I have my women's group. As I talked to her, I started feeling more comfortable and happier than ever before. Especially, I was able to become positive, and even though I face struggles in life, because we're always not perfect, but we can be perfect by transforming ourselves with a good and soft heart through sharing positive vibes to people around the world. This video is not for hate, but to inspire other people to transform yourselves to become a better person and to show who we really are, because we are normal people like everyone else. If you have a disability, it's not a disability but just a different ability to make a change to the world. No matter if you have OCD, autism, or ADHD. I have some friends who struggle a lot more than me, but they also do their best to transform themselves by the Lord, family, and friends. So as you see, in the 2019 harassment during cosplay carnival, I was feeling not good that time, and it take time for myself to heal. That's why right now I'm taking some space off and I'm eating alone in my room temporarily until I am able to fully recover from it and be able to have the will to interact. That's the proof that I am not a perfect person, but I have a lot of talents and abilities too. That's why I do YouTube, not just for monetization, but to share and spread awareness to the people who have been through in life, that they can change themselves to become a better person, like Albert Einstein. That's all for the video, and I hope you guys like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you a lot for listening to my video, to prove that we can always do it for the future, and to stand up for ourselves from the past, to move on in the future with a very blessed day. Thank you so much guys for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.